Check that.
Boom.
We're stretching.
Boom.
We're warming up.
Scotch It. Scotch Gods. All right.
12 hours of boom coming up. We got to get ready.
Let's do it. We're live.
This is why we train. Right
That's
here.
it. He said he was going to stretch for you guys. I stretched this morning.
Did you?
Got to. I'm very unlimber.
Third annual. Let me make sure I'm muted over here.
Oh,
I am.
Wow.
We're in. We got the comments, or the chat has popped out. Is that right?
Right.
And third annual, 12 hours of boom.
Third. The boom. So we're pacing ourselves. We'll be drinking less than an ounce, ideally, an hour.
That's the goal. That's
Right.
where we set it. Sometimes there's a little less. Sometimes it's a little more.
That's right. But we should be able to, our bodies process that out. You got to be careful at the end of the boat. That first year, I went and had like 2 hefty drinks at the end, and my tank was already full. I didn't need to top it off very much to be like, whoo, watch out. Watch out. So the danger comes at the end. Or you get something really good, like this Stranahan's Cask Thief. This happens to be the married barrel. Got the wise guy back there as well. We'll be talking more about that in a bit. Who all's in here? Who's the early entries?
Whole bunch. Do we want to start up at the top?
Yeah, nail them out.
Gene Parker was the first one in here. Then Stephen Davidson, Travis Faircloth, Malty Alty, Donner Pass Whiskey, Bill Straub from Foregate Whiskey Company. He'll be joining us later.
Right there.
What? Which one? Oh.
Boom. Look at that. He knows what that is. Bam.
That's not Bill Straub.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, that's the other Bill. Sorry, other Bill.
Big Dog's here. Charles Ashworth. Jason, the Mash and Drum. He'll be joining us later. Mark Slinger's here. Society Dweller. Charles Ashworth. I don't know if I said that one yet or not. Jimmy T.
Head.
DJ Beacon. I know DJ Beacon, or a little bit, somewhere in here said that he forgot to stretch.
Oh.
That's okay. You might not have to.
Well, you can stretch while you watch.
You ever see a lion stretch before it takes down the gazelle?
Just does it.
That's right. Mark Brown is here. Ebhead. George
Boy,
Kaplan.
son.
Ben Demon Hunter. Squinoogie is here.
Ooh. Bird Dog had some makers in the coffee.
Ooh, that's a good way to start the day.
It is. Yeah, that'll do it.
Jesse Voisin is here. There's Amy.
Ooh, good afternoon from Sweden. James.
Jay Chung. James McGuaran.
Malt Minion. Love that name. That's a good name.
Sharper 4221.
You got to have a thumbnail, though, that has some kind of like whiskey minion in there.
Mark JG is tuning in. I agree. That would be a good one.
That would be. Yeah, maybe a little Scottish cap on a minion would be hilarious.
Tom R. Tom R is here.
Holding.
It jumped on me there.
Oh, it jumped? Yeah, it did. It kind of jumped to the bottom there.
It went clear to the bottom.
Yeah, holding bagpipes is what I was going to say.
Ryan Parker, Go Habs, George Keenan, Dwayne Large.
Ooh, James, first boom for him.
Wes Jolly.
Jolly.
James Kleshult.
We're going to show Jolly's picture, several pictures of Jolly in a moment.
Chris Malloy.
He was being Jolly.
Gregor. Moose 76. Michael Hassett. Guy Davis. Robert Licorice. Robert will be joining us later from Iron Root Republic.
Coming in remote.
Sane Crazy. DJ Beacon, I said. John Watson. Pete McNeil. Fletch U. And we just jumped again.
Yeah, we're jumping.
Whiskey Dong. Must mean there's too many comments coming in. Zach Andrews.
Already getting hot. I got a wet towel.
Yona Whiskey. Oh, what? We need to turn off the.
Yes. Sorry.
Let me hit this real quick.
The off buttons to the left. Boom. There we go. We got a dehumidifier going on in here, but
sorry about that.
Noisy. I forgot about it.
Mark Adams, Yona Wishkin, DH Silv 2, Christopher David, Espen Anderson.
We might have a hard time.
Patrick Fulmer. Yep. Thanks to everybody that's tuning in. We're up to 84 people watching already. So this started 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Bart had seen this with board game channels.
The Dice Tower did a 24-hour gaming marathon.
Woo.
Yeah, they would game for 24 hours. They were able to take some breaks, though. They could tag in, tag out. And my original idea was we do one show, 12 hours straight, where we're popping in, people are wandering around. It's a little bit, maybe you even just got dead air time, and you're like, I want to make it harder. and you set up segmented 45-minute shows, 15-minute break, and again, and then again, and again, and again. And then the very first one, we layered in guests and set changes. Mm-hmm. That was crazy.
That was a little ambitious. We've decided not to do that.
Yes. Although this time we have agreed at some point in time, we're going to do a show standing up.
We will have to adjust the camera. I noticed last year sitting here for 12 hours, about 7 o'clock at night, my butt was getting a little tired.
In the back and everything. Because before we literally we were at your kitchen and in your office. And then I made a run here at my office, your office, and you made a run here. And then we were here. Mm-hmm. And then we were out at the fire pit. Oh, the other caveat is it says it's supposed to rain today, but not till 1 in the morning. We should be good. However, things change quickly in Kansas. I've got the fire pit ready, some woods out there, some kindling to start it. Hopefully we'll be out there.
I did actually this morning, they said thunderstorms possible in the afternoon that should subside.
Okay.
And then unknown activity later in the day.
So I'll be checking that because I love fire pits.
Yeah.
Hold on. Somebody sent me a message.
Let's even back up a little bit, because the first one, you said 45 minutes on, 15 off. And I said, no, 50 minutes on, 10 minutes would be enough. And that wouldn't have been anywhere near enough.
No.
So, but
I still like the idea of doing an open thing, but
I suppose
as a separate show, though.
I was going to say you could have a separate camera set up that just runs, but even YouTube shuts you off at 8 hours.
Oh, okay. Wow, 8 hours.
Yes, but then I guess you'd be splitting your viewers.
Start a new one up or something.
Well, but then you'd be splitting your viewers because you'd have some watching the 45-minute segment and some watching the whole. I guess that would be good, though.
I don't know.
Why not?
I need to do it on my board game side. Have a board game shenanigan.
But also about 3 years ago, this time we had started live streaming and bringing in guests. So that's, we thought, hey, this is a good opportunity to bring in. The first show and the last show was always just us of the day, right. Or the first hour or the last hour, then 10 guests.
Right.
So it kind of allows us to knock out different people, bring in different people. We do YouTubers, we do Instagrammers, we do brand ambassadors.
Well, Gate's going to be here. We had to bail because the day job got us all called in to work. So we got them slotted, but here's a new deal. I won't say anybody's name since we didn't get them in, but we had some folks that are now contacting us that are huge in the industry saying, hey, we'd like to come on, or I'd like to come on. Mm-hmm. And we said, definitely next year. And then one was like, even I want to be a standby in case somebody stands you up. We're like, done. Done. So we've got even a solid standby. So far, we've been good. Everybody's always remoted in, good connections. We haven't lost anybody. Sooner or later, though, we're going to lose somebody's connection.
Thunderstorms today.
Sure. Right. Well, yeah, if we lose it, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm always just thinking somebody's remoting in from Scotland or something, and boom, it goes down. And we end up filling airtime. But we can do this.
Yeah.
You're a talker.
Yeah, I'm the one that
you're
the talker of the bunch.
There could be nothing going on. You would fill time in the show. You would fill some time.
So, okay, let's talk about though. We've had we wanted to broaden the scope and not just do whiskey tubers, other reviewers.
Yeah, well,
that's why
our first show was not just whiskey tubers. It was a lot of different folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fact is, I think we've only had 2 whiskey tubers each time,
and we're trying to keep that.
So we've had authors. We had Davin DeKergamo last year from Canada. Mm-hmm. Wrote an excellent book. He's been on. We had a doctor last year come in and discuss the health benefits or the health not benefits.
Was he wasn't he a doctor of like CMB?
He was good.
Yeah, he was an expert on something.
Dr. Horowitz. He might be tuning in.
He could be. He was funny. He was good. So
this one though, almost a little bit of a recap of the year. We've brought in. We went to Scotland this year and Ireland, but we've brought in. We've had good interaction with Ben, Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. He met us over at Edinburgh. at the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society vaults. He's going to be on later. Tomatin, we had a great time at Tomatin. Scott Adamson's coming on later.
Got to know what dunnage tastes like.
Yeah. Jenna, our first guest, Whiskey A Go Girl, she was at Waterford just a few weeks before we were there.
Made quite an impression. They loved her.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not sure. They're telling us Jenna was great.
Yeah. You guys seen Jenna? You guys talked to Jenna?
Yeah, I was like, we're not good. Yeah. We're not good enough. You got to talk about
we'll
Jenna in front of us?
Tell her hi. No, it wasn't like that.
No. The Whiskey Tribe's been out there since, so they're getting their good coverage. So,
well, and I thought about reaching out to Daniel, see if he wanted to come on, but we had him on last year, and like I said, we want to kind of spread this out. Right. We'll be down in Austin in October.
At some point. See if Rex will come on. Yeah.
One cap of this year, and we're starting off with the Stranahans just recently. You were out there.
Yeah, I got lucky.
So tell us about Stranahans. This is a Denver, Colorado distillery.
So the city, actually, of Wichita, sends me out with a bunch of people. We're doing this All-American Cities competition. And they're like, your name was proffered. Apparently, they'd heard I could talk. I was like, I can. We had to do a skit. I get the dates. We talked about it, or you talked about it with Wes. Jolly was coming through town, and then we meet him for like a lunch dinner thing, and he goes, the Cask thief is going on. Now, last year, the Cask thief, and yes, I know it's hard to get these because you got to be there to buy them, but the Cab Calloway was my 2018 #1 whiskey of the year. Just as a spoiler, I loved it. It was unbelievable. Wes was out at our gathering. He got there a day early. He was like, hey, try this. And I was like, oh my God. So it turned out that June 22nd was another Cask thief, and I was going to be in town in Denver on work. And I was cleared. Work stopped at 5. So I went and got a little VIP pass and showed up at Stranahan's. By the way, before I forget, they had this cool little truck there where you could take pictures and put on hats. You know, I couldn't deny that. I showed this the other night, I think. There's me and Wes hanging out. I've got a little safari cap. Boom. All right. They had like 400 people there, 400 plus. You went around and sampled things straight from the cask. And then there were 6 items. You get your little passport stamp that tells you everything you need to know, and then you can go buy. I got the VIP pass, so I could buy 2. Otherwise, you can only buy 1. So that's what we decided to open up with. This is the Married Barrel. I also got the Wise Guy, which is their oldest whiskey. This is 55.9%. Let's see, it was bottled, or they say stolen, in 622. Of course, it's under 11.8 proof. And the Married, I actually got to read from here. It's a bunch of wine casks that are brought together. So there's the Wise Guy, which I got 2 of. See if I can find it. And you could fill time while I'm looking for the Married.
Sorry, I'm trying to comment here. I had to move the computer around a little bit. I can't reach the computer. It's clear up over here. So I told Bart, back then, we might have to try to get a little wireless keyboard here so I can comment to y'all.
There you go. Let's see. In this case, we found 2 understated wine barrels, which balance each other out superbly and elevate the whiskey as a whole. Chancellor, an American red wine variety finished whiskey, makes up 72% of this barrel and lends dry notes of toasted oak and tobacco. I love the tobacco. The remainder is transferred from a refilled Cabernet barrel, which delicately brings golden raisins and raspberries to the mix. Overall fruit character is subtle and nuanced, allowing the complementary aspects of these newlyweds to truly shine. And it was very, very good. They had a gin cask thing that was there. It was interesting. You could get some of those juniper notes. They had a rum one. I can't remember some of the other ones. They had this one and the Wise Guy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good.
The whistle.
Yep. Thank you.
That's almost like sing-song voice. Which I think the whistle would rate something higher than sing-song voice.
Well, that was like a hot girl walking by.
Amy commented a little bit ago. She said, please quit calling her. She will be on next year.
Yeah. Right.
So,
yeah. she's in demand.
Yep. And I was going to say, too, also, Whiskey Dong is tuning in. You met him out there in Stranahan.
Oh, Lord, there's the first drop. Hold on. I was supposed to turn the bottle. Man down. That's just water.
I think that's been me every time that's knocked that over.
That was me.
I think that's your first.
Yep, first water drop.
Break, actually, the way that dropper went flying in the air.
There's a save.
Did a somersault 360.
That's why you do a live show there.
Looked like John Elway in the Super Bowl.
Somebody said, turn the bottle. And I was like, oh, this is why they need to not do 375s. They need to do full out bottles. So I don't drop it.
The other one up there, too. They both look the same.
Yeah. So, all you get is this little deal here. 5-drink penalty. Yes. Nothing broke, so you don't get in trouble. Let's see if you can read. There's glare.
I don't think they can.
Yeah.
There you go. There they could see it.
But, so there you go. No more reaching across. So that one's the Wise Guy. Just so you know, the Wise Guy is 62.75 ABV, 125.5 proof. And I believe it is aged the longest. I want to say like 8 years. It's the oldest and strongest Stranahans they've ever released. So I was there. That was fun. They had they do a pig roasting thing. There's ice cream. Hog roast. They were little tiny hogs.
And Whiskey Dong says that was him at Stranahan's. He was the first one to drop his glass.
Oh, LOL. Right. Yeah, Whiskey Dong was there. I've got a photo with Whiskey Dong in here somewhere too. I'll find that and show it.
This is first sip of this, even the nose when you open the bottle was delicious.
Yes. So Whiskey Dong, also known as Dawn. Boom. There we are at Stranahan's hanging out. You be famous, Dong.
That's a good looking guy right there.
Yeah, look at that beard. Look at that beard. I look like an alien next to him. I got a weird head.
Yeah. You got the brain.
Yeah, this big
brain cavity.
Yeah, it's weird. What's going on? Big forehead. So once again, boom, boom. So, and then he came back by, met me at the hotel the next day. We hung out.
Oh.
He gifted a couple bottles to the show. And the best part on that, one of the city people came in. They actually thought I was talking to the chief. So they just came in and sat down. They're like, hey, who are you? They told Don, who are you? He's like, I'm a fan of the Scotch Test Dummies. And then they were like, what? They knew I had a show, though. They're like, yeah, fans? I'm like, yeah, rabid fans. And then I was like, you want to try some of these bottles? And your fans bring you whiskey? I'm like, yep, whiskey fans are good fans. They bring whiskey. So that was cool, man. They were blown away. That story's running around the city like Bart has whiskey fans that bring whiskey to him. I'm like, I like to call it. We need a name like Whiskey Angel. No, that's not good enough. Dummy, whiskey dummy.
Oh, there's a thought.
What, Whiskey Angel?
Whiskey dummy.
Like whiskey dummy. Yeah, we need to come up with that. A dummy.
I was gonna say, Stranahan's. I've been impressed with what they're doing.
5 head.
The Snowflake releases and these Cask Thief releases.
Yeah.
But their master distiller, also Rob Diedrich, recently left. So it'll be interesting to see what Stranahan's does.
Yep. Who they bring
Was there any hubbub going on when you was out there about that, or people talking?
There were so many people there that I couldn't hear it. I mean, it was brand new news. He wasn't there. Dietrich wasn't there. And Wes had said, of course, he's usually there. I think people are usually getting photos with him. So he's going to run the
Blackened.
Yeah, well, Blackened, but it's I forget the name of the distillery that even handles all that. But Blackened with Metallica. So I like the way Metallica's doing that. They didn't just like repurpose some barrel somewhere. They're creating a line of whiskey. I like that. They've really put in.
See, outside of Blackened, I guess I don't know.
Well, I think they're going to keep doing releases. But I can't remember the name of the distillery that's overseeing all that. I blank. Wes turned me on to Stranahan's big time, says Ben Dietrich, no relation, and I believe different spelling from Robert Dietrich.
Oh, Ben's tuning in. He'll be here later.
Yep.
And one person we did forget about with Scotland was Whiskey Rover or Jason.
That's
we met.
right.
He's going to be on later
Can't
as
forget
well.
him. Yep.
He writes for Malt Reviews, one of the co-editors. So it'll be interesting.
Mark Adams, ST Deers. Yeah, that's good too.
We have some good T-shirt designs we're working
bottle,
on. We want to do related to that. Just think I want my MTV. Just think I want my MTV, but it'll be my I want my STD.
Yeah, we're contagious. Same Ben that Cask Thief was a highlight. Yep. Jesse says Cask Thief was a highlight at the event. That's the gathering. Let's see.
Zach Andrews says whoever suggested the Napogue Castle 12, good call. Yeah, and they get better from there
pronounced
too.
In Rex's voice. I haven't seen when I would imagine it's what, Knapog or something. I don't know. I haven't seen him pronounce it.
Kanapogi?
That's probably it. Kanapogi?
DJ Beacon says my clock is screwed up. 1 pour per hour is way off. Is that he says that first hour went fast.
Are we there?
No, he's saying his drink
went
too fast.
Gotcha. Yeah, you got to watch your pours. I haven't even sipped it.
We poured this about 9:30.
Yep.
So I've actually been sipping on this one for a little bit, but
where's your? Oh, there it is.
I just think that I add water to it. I did.
No.
So we do have some giveaways as well. These coming up towards the end. These coins will do a giveaway.
Should we taste this and describe it now?
Yeah, you bet.
So I do have 3, 6, 7.
405. These are the very last remaining remnants.
3, 6, 8. Make them more in order.
Sorry,
these were like the last
3, 6, 8.
I had laying around.
Yeah, Cask 4, the last remaining.
I kind of don't want to
remnants.
get rid of them because I love that. I love that Spartan helmet.
You got Cask 5 on you?
I do, of course. It's right in the pocket.
Cask 5 coins are out. They are up on the website. Cask 4 over here. Bart's got Cask 5, brand new.
That, and then kaboom, baby, the stamp. The stamp.
What was the Spartan head has become what we call the stamp of approval. So we got a few of those that we'll give away.
That's a 57 Chevy,
at some point too. We got glasses.
Yep.
All kinds of stuff.
We'll be doing giveaway.
Yep. Now, how do we do the giveaways?
We usually do the randomizer with Siri, and we'll do Patreon fans.
So these 2 coins, one will go to our Patreon people.
And then the other one is usually folks that
are in comment.
Yes, are in
We're going to ask a question.
Yes, so pay attention to the show, and sometimes they'll relate to other shows. And then we'll do a little Q&A. You get the first person, and it's the first person on our screen. Sometimes someone will say, "Hey, I answered it." And but the way the queue works, it's the first one to answer in a comment. So you got to be ready for that.
This was good when we popped it. It is really opening up. So it's been open about almost an hour now. It is really getting sweet, and rich. Maltiness, that Stranahan's grassiness / maltiness is there. Depth, cinnamons and brown sugars, a nice sweetness on the tail end.
Did you describe the nose already? I know you're into the taste. What's interesting is the nose is cinnamon and brown sugars. And the nose even carries forth like a thickness, which is odd. Normally, I won't say a nose purports to be like a thick and viscous, but it's kind of heavy, a little dusty. Cinnamon, brown sugar, and hints of oak or beech nut.
I don't know about beech nut.
Oh, yeah.
You talking the chewing tobacco beech nut?
No, actual beech nut.
I don't even know what beech nut is.
Okay. No.
That was like the pouch chewing tobacco, wasn't it? Beech nut.
That is true. There was a beech nut. I used to chew some Levi Garrett when I was a young man.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was a plug.
I don't know.
I did that once and almost got some. I think.
What's beech nut?
I don't know. I'm going to have to look now. I thought I knew it was like a little nut I tried. But you know what? The Civil War uniforms were called a little nut.
You tried? A little nut I tried in college.
I didn't know you in college. You little nut.
Bird Dog
I
loves
love
beech nut gum.
I can't remember now where it is. Where did I get that from? Let's
Maybe
just
that's
say I
what,
got a
maybe it was
little
beech nut
nuttiness.
gum, not beech nut chewing tobacco. I think maybe it was beech nut gum.
Yeah, because
that I was
didn't they
thinking of.
also put out the licorice gum too?
Could be.
I don't know, but I get that because they had a clove gum. I think beech nut was clove gum. Who knows?
Jesse Voisin says the Ardbeg drum CR is on his list later for today, starting off non-peated for now. We will probably do the drum. Well, it'd be a CR. Might be the drum that we do with Jeremy Sipper Social Club later today.
Wow. I get the berries on the flavor all over the place. This one I definitely have to bring down. The ABV is strong and sparky, but it gives you this berry splash.
Did they say what kind of cask this was?
Yeah, I just read it even.
Because all it says on here is a one-of-a-kind cask.
Right. There was two of them they married together.
Oh, okay.
And it was what it sticks right in between there. So the first one was, nope, that's the gin. So, oh, God dang. There's the Stranahan. There we go. So you got the the Chancellor, an American red wine variety. Finished whiskey makes up 72% of the barrel. That gives it the toasted oak and the tobacco. The remainder is a Cabernet barrel, which brings golden raisin and raspberry. I'm definitely getting those raspberry notes.
Just kind of like the Cab Calloway.
And that's exactly what Wes was. He said it feels like it's related to the Cab Calloway. So,
Matthew Parks is saying he may have to pay his family in Denver to wait outside the distillery to get a bottle for me. But so that's just June,
and you don't have to wait in line. So the snowflake you wait in line for, and they camp out.
Yeah,
Wes camps out. For the Cask Thief, you have to buy tickets through their website. I think there was 400 and some sold. VIP is more expensive, but you can buy 2 of these, and you get to have an extra sample of one of the 6 barrels that are there. But you still pay, it's like $45 for these little 375s. But you can only buy 2. Now, if you go with multiple people, hello, I know someone that did that. Then you get multiple tickets, and people complain in line behind you about how you got 6 tickets. You say, well, they didn't give them to me.
My son-in-law over there.
There we go. There's my son and his girlfriend.
There's my wife.
There's my daughter and her boyfriend.
Whiskey Dong says Total Wine and More in Denver has a single barrel Garrison Brothers barrel strength bourbon, and it's the biggest tasting bourbon he's ever had. I don't think we have had a sample a while back of one of the Garrison Brothers bourbons. I don't remember if it was a cask strength one.
We may need to link up with you and send you some funds to pick that up for us. Now, originally, his name is Don. I won't say your last name in case you don't want it. But he was known as the Whiskey Don. So he's like the godfather of whiskey. The buddies at work apparently morphed that into Whiskey Dong, as they would. They're not going to let you be the Don of whiskey. So he became the Whiskey Dong. Yeah, when I met him, he's like, I'm a fan, I'm Whiskey Dong. I'm like, say again? I'm like, Dawn? Like D-A-W-N, like the dawn of a new day? Dong. I was like, I think I got it. Oh, boy, that is good.
It is. That is delicious. And I've been sipping on just that little pour for an hour.
As you got to.
I want more, but
no,
I'm not.
Right. It's a good time to do it. And we got to keep this away from shakes.
Well, technically.
Shakes will be like, I like it. No, shakes, no.
Technically, it's been an hour and a half, so I could have a little bit more.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fall prey like I do to, I fell prey to the cocktail. Not an innuendo.
I saw Swami tuning in, malted in Montreal.
Whiskey Dong versus Richard.
Richie Z.
I think Fruit Loops go better with malt whiskey. Oh, Fruit Loop omelet. Interesting. So let's see. How's the year been? It's been an interesting, busy year, wouldn't you say, so far?
Yeah.
So
well, if you go back to last 12 Hours of Boom,
right.
We've been to Austin, to
Right.
the Whiskey Vault.
Yes,
grand
all
opening.
The traveling started.
Mm-hmm. We went to Kansas City.
Simon
Weekend with Simon Brooking. We went down to Iron Root for a weekend.
Right. You've been there twice now.
Stopped back through to see Eric Waite when he was down there.
There you go. Surprised him. You were down there building the fence.
Did we? Yeah.
You built
that was a lot of work
for people. I bet it was actually special fence.
We went to, did we do anything before Ireland and Scotland this year? I think we pretty much laid low up until that.
Right.
Mid-May.
We had to get ready. There has been a cowbell request.
Oh, there we go.
Yep. Let's start a fun for the pizza. Woo! Ring ding, baby. That gets, you do a super chat, you get the cowbell. We all need more cowbell. So that is Dustin. Do you pronounce it Silvestri?
Uh-huh.
That's how I say it.
DH Silv.
Yeah.
DH.
I like to call him DH. Let's start a fund for their pizza lunch. Yes. And we did decide to carb up. So
I carved up.
He did the whole one. I've got a little cinnamon roll here.
It was big and good.
Oh, while we're here, I hit this a little bit, a lot more innuendo. I'm almost out of our Christmas cards. So what I do is all the over extra ones we have from the Christmas cards sent out to the Patreons, I send them out as we get new patrons throughout the year until they run out. It's July. I think I'm down to 8. However, I did find we had a few more of the thank yous around too. So I'll send those out until they're empty. Hopefully we'll get a bunch more people coming on as patrons today because there is a contest for trivia and just a regular draw from our Patreon members.
I just remembered one thing last year that we didn't mention.
What's that?
Our 5th anniversary.
Oh, yeah, the gathering. Holy
How do we forget that?
That's true. We had that too. Well, we were thinking of all the trips we made. We've gotten immeasurably more busy.
Let's give away coins.
Let's give them away. Give them away. Look at that. Now that's how you
carb up. You have a question? You got a question? I can think of one.
Well, I was going to say,
I
had one that we had the exact same thought. We could have just gone forward with it. Oh, ring-a-ding. I'll chip in for the pizza. Jay make the cowbell sing, baby. Make the cowbell sing.
DH still says sound is out. Yeah, we
muted it so we could whisper about what we would have as a question, and we have the exact same one.
This coin 368 will go to the first person to correctly answer this question.
Yes. Who is our very next or first guest? Boom.
I muted it and we said, I go, here's the question I'm thinking. And he said the exact same one I was, and it was that one. So everybody's looking right now. They're scrambling.
That's right. They can go back.
Tom R got it.
Tom R's in.
Oh, West
Jolly said, ring-a-ding-ding, add some pepperoni.
All right. I need a pen.
Yes, it's in there. There was a pen in there. Where is it? All right. That's all right. That's from
all right. Number 1.
Yes.
Tom R
gets
coin 368.
368.
Now coin
367.
367 will go to one of our Patreon supporters.
We just got a new one this morning. Charles.
We're going to draw a random number. Now here's the deal. We have a few people whose cards, they're still on our list. Their cards were declined. It happens at the first of every month. A few people's cards are declined.
So if you are a Patreon follower and you think maybe you need to update your card, get in there and do that.
Because if we draw your number and you've been declined, because some people have been declined.
There's only
for a few
8
months.
people that have been. Yeah, there are some people that are. What do they flag them as? Just declined.
Declined.
Decline.
So most people will come in and get it fixed.
Yeah, they'll go in and update. It's usually just a card has expired.
Ready?
Are you going to ask Siri to do a random number?
Yes.
Do it.
Hey Siri, generate a random number between 0 and 171.
A random number between 0 and 171 is 114.
114.
By the way, you don't want to say 0. They could literally say 0, and then that's nobody.
Aaron Turner.
Aaron Turner has won the coin. Patreon.
We'll reach out to you, Aaron, get your shipping address if we don't have it.
Ooh.
We should have it looking at where he came in.
And I think when we get the screen down, we've got the list up. Whiskey Dong, I believe, has just added in some pizza fund money. Ring a ding! Cowbell for the Donger. We got a guy whose nickname at work is the Donger. Oh, Malted Man Cave. He's doubling down.
I got to mute this for a second.
Oh, okay. Hold on. We got to cover you, and then we got to do that. Oh, all right. Hey, the Malted Man Cave. Cheers, boys. $9.99. $9.99.
Oh, that new one. Oh,
yeah.
Thanks, Keith. Cheers, boys.
The dog's upstairs going, what is going on?
DH Silv says with those funds, we're going to be able to get meat lovers.
We will get I love the meat lovers. Big fan.
10:36. We're already almost done with episode 1.
That is a couple notes, programming notes. So, Saturdays, we watch the daughter's kids here sometimes, and we have them today till about 3. So you may hear kid noises every once in a while. Don't be alarmed. There are kids upstairs. The Chupacabras guaranteed to go crazy. Whiskey Scout's going to come over here. Cousin Shane, Shakes Pennington. So as they come and go, you'll hear Chupacabra make herself known. Part of the show.
Now, Cousin Shane and Shakes, they won't be here till mid-afternoon. So they'll come in, play some music. If you haven't tuned in before, it's kind of some it's like the David Letterman show. We got the music coming from across the stage over there.
Right over there in the board game Mecca. Board game Mecca.
A little guitar and some vocals going.
That's right. Leonard Les Oronto.
Next year we may look at, we've kind of done, it's been the first weekend in July. Next year may be the weekend after, be the second weekend, kind of mid. Move it away from the 4th of July. We'll look at that next year and see.
Boom! Zach Andrews contributing to the pizza fund.
We do have a couple of complete sets of coins we'll auction off later on in some episodes. 2 complete sets. They'll be Cask 1, Cask 2, 3, 4, the brand new Cask 5, and you also get one of our gathering coins that you had to be here for.
Full set. So that'll be an auction that happens in the comments.
Our complete sets will include all of, of course, the Cask numbered coins and the special edition coins that we do.
Bam. Just to the date. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Yeah, not the Patreon ones. In order to get the Patreon coin, you've got to hit the first tier in Patreon.
We have a whole, George Kaplan says he'll need a camera pan for Shakes and Shane. Yep, we've got a whole different setup over there. We got a computer, mic, camera, lighting, whiskey, board games.
Board games. You're going to see a lot in the background. There were some fans. Eric from Netherlands, right? I can't remember where Eric is from.
Eric.
There was the fan, is it Enders? I can't remember.
Evanson, maybe?
Maybe. I think he said, whoa, look at the board games. I was like, yes. So this is done. You can take that one. That one's
367, 368.
That's right. I'm going to put the Cask 5. This is my 57 Chevy.
Michael Porter just bought a couple coins.
Hey, yep. Coins are up for sale if you go to the website. Oh, one thing we have been saying is, too, Teespring? No. What? There's T-shirts.
Yeah, Teespring.
So company. YouTube, right below, it is T-shirts with our logos. And a lot of people are looking at them, but only a few people are buying. Just so you know, that is something that YouTube set up. It's for merch. It is allowed by us, and proceeds do come back to us. They get a percentage, but that is legit. I think some people.
I'm sure they get a small percentage from Teespring. Sure. We're not paying them for it at all. So yeah, if the T-shirts on the banner underneath our videos on YouTube, or that's for our channel. Those are ours.
That is legit.
Get the proceeds from those. So yep.
Ryan Parker, $199. So dropped you an email. Oh, yeah. Okay. Number request. Yes, you can request. So a lot of people like to get their number in succession. So do I.
Mm-hmm.
I started with a 57 coin number with Cask 1. I call it my 57 Chevy. And I've got a whole set of 57s.
So our last set was 750 coins.
199. Are you out of your mind? That's a commercial.
Our last set of coins was 750. This set is 850. As soon as those extra 100, that 750 to 850 is gone, we're going to start selling the prior coin. So if you haven't ordered yours by then,
right,
you'll need to get it in.
Right.
And there's could be a month and a half.
Yes.
Kind of pre-order window there that you have to get your same cask if you have cask 4.
Right.
So if you have cask 4 number 227, you can order cask 5 227.
Right. So you can get your same number if you want it.
But you'll have about a month and a half to do that.
Some people
for it to be guaranteed. Or mostly guaranteed. We try to track it and try to do the best.
Because over the time, we have had some people that have a certain number in cask 1, and then maybe they didn't buy 2 or 3, and then someone has cask 2 and wants that number, and then cask 1 can't get it because it's been sold.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Where are we at? 4 minutes. 4 minutes, and we'll be closing out the
first episode's already almost done.
Segment. And we'll be
Stellar day. We'll add some more water to our droppers.
Yes, I've got a little thing over there where I will try not to knock it down. Lord, famous in Isla. Good start to the boom day. 1 hour down, 11 hours to go. Cheers, guys. You bet.
Yep. But I find about the 8 hour, 9th hour is where it starts to feel it.
Yeah, there's a point where you kind of, and one of us usually fades a little bit. Yeah, we'll get some new coffee going.
Will be good.
Yep.
Speaking of coffee.
Oh, nice. I've drained mine in my Chicago cup.
Hey, thanks everybody tuning in. Should be a good day. We look forward to it. This is probably for sure one of the highlights of the year for us.
Yes. That's the brand new, baby.
A little bit of work to get it going, but not too bad.
Yep. Scott does a good job of just, we kind of talk about who we want to have on. We brainstorm, and then we'll start reaching out to folks. And some people are like, we'd love to do it, can't make that schedule, and that's fine. And then we have backups and stuff. So
we did try to get Watergate on both Ways. Waterford.
Yeah, we got Foregate.
We got Foregate. Sorry, Waterford.
That's usually what I do.
Grace and Seamus.
Yeah, we got Watergate. We got Watergate. Nixon is going to be right here. He's coming in and goes for
Whiskey and 6. Rob, thanks for tuning in. This is the Cask Thief. Different Stranahan.
Yes. Yep. This one is the married barrel. Someone's ringing the doorbell. Someone is ringing the doorbell.
Matthew Parks, thanks for the info on Stranahans. Cheers from New Orleans. DJ Beacon.
Let me go see.
Go grab it.
If that's Scout, I'm going to yell at him.
Yeah.
For ringing the bell.
It might have just pulled in. This one is one of they did several different offerings of Cask Thief. This one is the married barrel. Bart was able to pick it up and the Wise Guy. So $12 from Amy. $1 for each hour from her and George. Thanks, Amy. Thank you, George. Appreciate it. Donner Pass Whiskey. You guys have had a busy year. How many years till you retire from the day job?
For me, 7.
Bart says 7. I say 5, maybe as short as 3. 3 to 5 for me, maybe. Probably 5. We'll see.
Unless HBO comes in and says we want to make a full-out dummy movie.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see that happening.
It's possible. I'm going to dumbify.
10:44. Thanks, everybody that tuned in for the first hour. It's time for our first 15-minute break. Go get ready for episode number 2 with Jenna, which Tom R. Is that right?
Woo.
Eric Brodemarkle. $4.99. Bring the boom today.
His last name's hard like mine. You don't say that when you go in for like dinner for 6. And they'll be like, we need a name. You just say Eric.
All right.
I ran up and down the stairs. Whiskey Scout's in the house.
What up, Scout?
Not much. Not much. No, I like your lights.
Yeah, thank you. All right.
10:45.
That's right. Here we go.
All right, we're out.
Calling it. We'll be back in 15. Hang tight.
Boom.
Scotch it. You Scotch guy.
Cilantro. Boomies.
Dummies.